Greetings, y'all. This is Damien with HK Readings Healing Culture Tarot, here to do Libra's bonus reading. So this is going to be for the month of May. Oh, actually, I'll just pull the cards right here. Excellent. This will be for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or Jupiter, so stay tuned to see if any of the messages resonate with you. The lighting is weird, but whatever. I'm in bed. Decided to lay down a little bit. So, birthday was yesterday. Got turned. Had some wine with the bestie, and you know. So it's all the chills today. Got Katie here with me. Pretty excellent. Hello. He's asleep. All right, so we are going to be pulling from the Golden Tarot here. See what energies are surrounding. Fuck it. So we got the Two of Wands here. So with the Two of Wands, I'm getting that, you know, there's a big decision that you're going to have to make as far as two things that you're very convicted about, okay? This is, this to me, the Two of Wands can be the epitome of being like absolutely torn in many ways, opposed to the other ones. Because I feel like, you know, either you're choosing between two loves, two people that you really like a lot, or you're choosing between two career paths right now. If you're dealing with anything that has to do with the pandemic, you know, and say you're being forced to go back to work and you're like, well, I love this fucking job, but do I want to go back or do I want to jeopardize, you know, and jeopardize, or do I want to, you know, stay home, which I also feel firm about, like my health and like figuring out a different way, you know. Two things that are really drawing you in either direction as you don't know what to do. And then, of course, Hangman at the bottom of the deck here. So, decisions. For those of you who, let me get one more card, because I'm going to say for those of you who this pertains to as far as work. Seven of Swords in reverse. I don't know what kind of sneaky shit has gone down, but do what's best for you, boo. That's what the cards are saying. There's a reason why you're not trusting a particular situation. If this is involving work, you got a lot of reason. Many of you are ready to walk away and just go towards a new career, a new path, maybe start your own creative endeavors, maybe start working from home, figuring out how to invest in stocks and like cryptocurrencies, things like that. Now, if this is, and as I'm pulling cards, if I get more messages for those of you who this applies to for work, we'll go there. Don't worry. But for those of you where this applies to romance, let's see. Temperance. All right. So for those of you where this applies to romance, like, if two things are looking good right now, like two avenues, two people, whether it's like two people that you can't choose between or wondering if you should choose like yourself right now, or, you know, another person, Libra, the answer will come to you. I feel as though you'll want to have to, you'll like have to want to put yourself in the type of environment that's very calm and that's very serene and that's going to allow you to meditate and reflect, sit with yourself. If you have not, and hey, I'm a Libra ascendant, I know how it goes with Libra energy ruling the brain or the emotions sometimes. And the thing about it is, we'll have a lot going on up here. We'll be feeling a lot. We don't allow ourselves enough time to like sit and process what's going on. You know, I think, yes, you know a decision has to be made. Yes, you know it's crucial. Yes, you know it's important. But if you just kind of like relax a little bit and maybe hone off of these very sharp, narrow energies here, you might find that you have more time than you realize to make this decision. You have the time, and along with that, there will be more that you need to see, things like that. So you'll know what to do. And maybe it's also that centering that it's going to take for you to realize that, that you can be whole. Ideally, you should be when you're entering a relationship, but you can be whole, and you can be independent, and you could be autonomous. Come on, kitty. And you could be all of those things and still invite somebody into your life to help kind of mold things together. And ideally, yeah, you do want to be 100%. You don't want to be all these broken people out here, right? Like we've all been, believing that we're looking for our other half. I'm not 50% of shit. So there's that. You know, maybe this time that you need to take is to really, instead of like rocking back and forth with, like, you know, should I should I put myself in a situation where I feel like I'm compromising myself? No, but if that's how you think about it, then that's just what it is. But like, no, of course you shouldn't. But it's not like you always have to give something up to get what you need. Like, I think a lot of Libras have spent time giving to people who didn't give shit back, or to situations that weren't fruitful. And yes, it's gonna tax you, it's gonna deplete you, it's gonna feel like shit. But when you do it to the right people and in the right situations, you know, you get some reciprocity, things are easier, things flow more. So it's all about, if you know in your heart of hearts that you can trust this individual to not drain your energy or to take too much of it, but to want to contribute to it. Because now we're talking about the contribution of energy. The contribution of energy that must flow into a relationship for it to work. It can't be, I'm sapping your energy, you're sapping my energy. It can't be that way. It has to be like, you know, we are extending energy outward to help build something up, resting when we need to replenish, and they are, you know, building us up, and basically, you know, granted you need the rest, you're both, you know, when you see it in your mind, you both would be recharging each other's batteries, just from the fact that instead of taking so much, you're giving. You're saying, I see that, what can I do to add to that? Not like, give me that. And that's also reflective of knowing that you are whole and you're dealing with someone else who is whole. Okay? Because if I'm coming at this with 100%, you bet that I would have no problem giving, or giving is something that would be conducive, because you're going to feel it. It's going to add. Whereas the way I look at it is like, if someone is 50%, if someone is 60%, if someone is 79%, knowing that everybody wants to get, you know, become whole, you're out there looking, if you're 60%, for your other 40%, right? If you're 70%, you're out there looking for your other 30%. So you can almost see that as parallel to knowing that you are going to take. If I feel 70%, I'm dealing with this person who I can take energy from, that's going to make me feel 100%. It's going to be a false puzzle piece that might work temporarily, and it's going to affect me negatively. It's going to affect them negatively. Like, nobody wins in a situation like that. But if two people are coming from, you know, being 100, bringing it to the 200 percentile scale, there's nothing to take. There's only just so much to give. So recognize who you're dealing with. Now let's get a card for the energy of this person that is coming into your life, or that has already come into your life. Oh, I just thought about how I'll probably want to roll a nice little J later, but the stuff your boy got is very strong. Oh, it's like, I got a whole day ahead of me. Let's not. Ooh. Queen of Coins. Right? So Libra could be an earth sign that you are connecting with, be it Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and Taurus, Virgo, Cap, but doesn't necessarily have to be, of course. It could definitely just be about the energy that this person is taking on. So that's what we also have to remember. But, you know, this person, they're genuine. They're solid, they're stable. They're trying to figure out if they can trust you, though. Because I think you flippy floppy. You're flopping. Just picture a fish. You know, whenever a fish, when you have the little tank, they're being all rambunctious and just trying to get out. You might have had the lid up because, you know, you were feeding or doing whatever, and you left that bitch open, and because I know it happened to me a few times when I was a kid, and the fish just flopped on the floor and they just, or, you know, if you're out fishing, you flop one on the deck. That's exactly what they're gonna do. They're like, oh shit. Yeah, I feel like that's what you're doing. You're flopping. They need to recognize how stable you are and secure you are, which means you have to be willing to show them, okay? All the reservations, fears, and doubts and worries that you have, though valid, they need to pass, because, like, they're invalidly valid. They're valid because you're a human who feels, but it's not going to give you what you want, because what is right in front of our face a lot of times is really good for us, but because of our own constructs that we've taken on through our experiences, perception, you know, we can really come to see it differently. But yeah, I have a feeling this person could definitely upgrade you, and y'all would have a positive future together. Granted, you'd be upgrading them too. I don't even know. Libra's like, oh my God, like, I'll upgrade them. Well, yes, you will. You will. But this is about what they can do to bring you peace of mind, for you to know that you can trust this situation. That they will help you upgrade that way of thinking. They will be that partner you need to show you things, to take care of you. Aren't you tired of having to show everybody everything and be the most interesting person in the room? Maybe you do want to sit down every now and then, Libra, and have somebody else who can bring the heat, okay? It's okay. And they only want you, so it's okay. These career folks, any advice before we hop off? Had to snatch those real quick before they fell. Goodness. Okay. Any more? This is the one we'll take. Is it just one? Yeah. Judgment. So I do feel that for those of you who are feeling like doing something different career-wise, and maybe, you know, for some of you, both of these parts could be what's happening in just your individual life. You know, that's always the case, a possibility. But, you know, when I see judgment here, I do kind of get some energy that's similar to the Justice card, and like, when you make your decision, it could be to go legal. I am seeing that for some of you. I am. And I do feel like things would go in your favor because they're shady as fuck, whatever the fuck is going on. But I also feel like, you know, the decision you make, like, not only is it gonna have that tangible occurrence taking place, but it's also gonna be where you within yourself are, you know, taking the next step to achieving something great. Like, it's almost like you also stepping into a calling for standing up for yourself, or for being brave and being bold and, you know, maybe taking legal action against something that wasn't cool, or just be willing to do something different if you've put a lot of time and love and passion into something. You know, this energy that you step into by making the decision, like spiritually, is going to be very powerful for you. And the verdicts that come down will be in your favor. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and get one for both groups. And like I said, if you're one of those who both groups right here, if it applies to you in like love and career, then even better, right? Maybe double the energy. The Chariot, yes, definitely going to be moving forward. Like I said, this decision that you make, whether it's for the love situation or the work situation, is going to allow you to move forward in a way that brings you like on a new cycle. Because with the Chariot, I do get a lot of cyclical energy akin to the Wheel of Fortune, you know? And you can see it almost in the symbolism of every card, like some wheel-like structure or circle or something like that. But yeah, you're ready to set off for something different, and the wheels get moving for magic to start happening the moment you make that choice. So the choice is yours. I love you, Libra, and I will see you for June readings. Yes, yes, yes.